Kilauea volcano. Tide of lava destroys 82 buildings in Hawaii and hits tourism. Pools of molten rock formed by magma spewing from 100 ft high cinder cones are expected to overflow and hit more homes. A Hawaii street has been turned into a volcanic wasteland by a tide of molten rock, with 82 buildings destroyed by the eruption of the Kilauea volcano so far. The destruction, which includes 37 homes, has hit the Leilani Estates housing development on the eastern tip of the Hawaii Big Island. On Friday, only 50 buildings had been affected, and experts say they expect more homes to be flattened in coming days. Around 2,200 acres of land have been scorched by lava since May 3rd in one of the most severe disruptions caused by the volcano in a century. Ikeka Marzo posted a Facebook video showing Kapolei Street and a black, glass-like lava field where his cousin's house previously stood. He said, "There were 8 houses taken on this road in 12 hours. Quotation mark. Mr. Marzo said he was told by a U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, geologist there was much more to come from Kilauea. Magma spewed from 100 ft high cinder cones and formed elevated ponds of molten rock that are expected to overflow and stream into another row of homes which have been evacuated." USGS geologist Wendy Stommel said, "It's this tide of lava that rises up and overflows itself on the edges and keeps rising and progressing forward." Quotation mark. About 37 structures are already lava-locked, which means they are not accessible, and people who do not evacuate may be trapped by lava flows. Anyone who has failed to escape the flows risks being hemmed in by 30 feet, 9 walls of lava. Hawaii Country Civil Defense said, "Any residents remaining in the current affected areas should evacuate now." Quotation mark. Residents have also become increasingly concerned about the risk from earthquakes, with a 4.4 magnitude tremor forcing the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center to state there was no risk of a tsunami. Meanwhile, an ash cloud sent about 10,000 feet, 3,048 into the air by the volcano has led authorities to warn those living southwest of Kilauea the wind might carry ash their way. 2 high schools where youngsters are undertaking their final exams have already been affected by ash. Though lava destruction from the volcano is confined to about a 10-square-mile area, the eruption has hit the island's tourist-driven economy as potential visitors fear falling ash or volcanic smog belching from Kilauea's summit. Os Birch, head of the island's tourism board, said the number of visitors to the island so far in 2018 is trending a little bit lower than 2017. He said the cancellation of some port visits by cruise ships could cost $3 million in lost tourism. SourceNews.sky.com.
Evolving hour by hour, in some cases even faster.
The fish is opening up. Let's go.
People are losing their homes, they're losing their livelihoods.
When you know everybody on this road, you're like a family, you know, and just devastating.
It is tragic, and in another way it's really beautiful because it's absolute destruction and creation at the same time.
The island of Hawaii, after the eruption of one of the world's most active volcanoes, Mount Kilauea. This was Kapolei Street, inside the evacuation zone. Molten rock advancing, an utterly unstoppable force. So we've just come down into the Leilani Estates area and happened across this incredible scene. Lava creeping down the road, burning up property and trees as it comes into contact. Some residents have come to take risks and to marvel. But for others, this is an awful moment. Mum and daughter, Laurie and Alyssa Cruz, comfort one another. If the lava keeps moving like this, their home will be gone soon.
I live right up here.
Have you got a car to evacuate?
Yes,
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. I have already evacuated everything. I just came down to say goodbye to my neighborhood one last time. When you know everybody on this road, you're like a family, you know, and just it's devastating.
Did you expect it to ever get this bad?
No, not really. I didn't know what to expect, but
I was hoping that my house wasn't going to get destroyed, but I guess God had other plans. The lava starts flowing more quickly. Steam shoots into the air. The locals say it's time to move. We're going back quickly now because the fish is opening up. Let's go. Dusk isn't far away. The road starts buckling in the heat. Despite all of this, some of the residents manage to remain philosophical.
It is tragic, and in another way, it's really beautiful because it's absolute destruction and creation at the same time.
The wind shifts, so we put gas masks on as we walk to a different vantage point. It's an extraordinary sight. Multiple fissures, merging lava fields, the power of Mount Kilauea on full display. The community has no choice but to watch, wait, and hope that they don't lose everything. Taking a helicopter to the coast, we were guided by a local resident and pilot, Casey Allen.
Right now we're on the southeast point of the Big Island, Hawaii. Climbing up to go take a peek at where lava from the Kilauea volcano is finding its way into the ocean.
We're allowed to open the doors for a better view. This thick white cloud looks beautiful, but it's dangerous. When lava hits the seawater, it produces steam full of hydrochloric acid and tiny shards of glass. Because the lava keeps coming, that cloud keeps flowing, and it now extends for miles along the coastline. From up here, you can also get a sense of the scale of these flows. Some of them have merged, and some of them are moving at speeds of up to 300 meters an hour. In the distance, new lava spews from cracks in the earth.
When you live on the Big Island, I think you kind of know you live on an active volcanoes. But when this started happening, it makes it more real, for sure.
On the ground, this is the newest concern. Lava advancing on a geothermal power station. Authorities are worried that there could be a chemical reaction here, which might put more noxious gas into the air. It's yet another thing for the National Guard, who are taking us to see the area, to worry about.
We're following a tactical vehicle, a Humvee, with Hawaii National Guard soldiers. What they're doing is they're part of our roving patrols that are going through the evacuation zones.
On Hawaii's Big Island, they're trying to track the fissures that keep opening up as Mount Kilauea erupts.
The situation is evolving almost hour by hour, in some cases even faster than that.
We drive through the jungle to our first stop, a still steaming lava flow. The situation in this part of the island remains really unpredictable. This huge lava flow arrived in just a few hours and it covered this road, completely blocking what could be a really important evacuation route.
Hey Jeff, check the cloud!
Our escorts are anxiously monitoring the nearby plume of toxic lava haze. The wind has shifted, blowing it towards us.
And I don't know what it's like to breathe in hydrochloric acid and glass shards, but I really don't want to find out.
Time to leave. The guards want to check the roads. Lots of them damaged beyond use.
So enough weight on this will probably cause the road to collapse, and it looks like it's gotten an inch or two wider, maybe an inch wider in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
We move further into the evacuation zone to investigate a newly expanded fissure. The heat and pressure from the lava changing the ground below our feet.
This volcano is right over here. Man, that ground is soft.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think it would be advisable not to go beyond here.
It is an eerie sight. Huge cracks have opened up in the ground, sulfur dioxide pouring out, killing the vegetation around it. For good reason, most of the residents who live here have evacuated. They return to check on their property, and somehow are pragmatic.
You live on a volcano. So, I guess, there's people that live in the tornado belts and flood zones, and they rebuild.
Others have stayed and pay little attention to the danger.
I just want to get it. Well, let me just stand up a little higher so I can see.
Sort of this rock, if you think of it like an M&M with the hard candy shell
it's
and
soft.
melted
I know.
and nasty on the inside.
At this community centre nearby, locals gather to exchange information. There's more than one feeling about what's happening here.